And we're here with episode 3. Now it's clarity versus assumptions. You remember this old joke how the word assume used to be broken down? Like assume ASSUME, where ASS slash U slash ME, which means that when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Why did I say that? And how does clarity come into the picture? Let me explain this. A lot of you who are working, be it in the corporate sector or be it anywhere for that matter, your bosses assume that a job that was entitled to you has been done. They never ask you. So, inadvertently, when the job is not done, there's again, a slight tiff between the boss and the employee. Sometimes this happens in married couples also. The husband assumes that dinner would be ready when he comes back from office. But wife's not well. So obviously, who are you going to call? Zomato and Swiggy. Okay? The wife assumes that the husband's going to take care of everything and she doesn't have to do anything. Another problem. When you assume things, you basically take people for granted. There again is no clarity on what was said, to whom it was said, and what was the context it was said in. Be it boss to employee, be it husband and wife, be it parents and children, be it real small, real life examples. Real life examples, Until and unless you do not state what you're saying, what you truly mean, what you're saying in front of someone, you are just assuming that the person has understood your side of the story. Assumptions really don't work in the real world. Assumptions create misunderstandings. Misunderstandings create rifts. And rifts finally break people apart. See what you mean? You see what I mean when I said assume means that you're making an ass out of you and me. When something has to be delegated in any hierarchy, it's not just the words that are said, okay? It's also the policies that someone needs to adhere to, or there's a certain way of a certain way a company works. If that is not adhered to a T, there'll always be misunderstandings. And then what happens between employees? Everyone starts passing the buck around. No, but I thought you told him to do this. I didn't think you told me. No, we were all in one room. I was addressing all of you. I was telling all of you to do this. No, but you weren't looking at me, you were looking at him. No, I'm looking at the room. Do you understand? Let me be a little more clear. Maybe I was a little cryptic. Maybe you didn't understand what I was trying to say. Assumptions can create bad judgments. When you assume that someone will take care of something that you expect them to take care of, Okay, maybe I think you should retrace your steps and first find out if that person is able to create, or let's say, do that job at that time. Can there be a delay? Can there be a problem? Yes, of course there can be a problem. Of course there can be a delay. Communication is the key. Remember the previous episode I talked to you about superiority complex and inferiority complex. This is how even offices work. I'm superior. He should come to me. I'm inferior. I can't ask him. You know what's happening here? This is what you call assumptions, and within this wicked, rancid cycle, the person who is the least to blame gets the fattest brunt of the stick. Communication, very important. To say exactly what you mean. Again, when I talked about the poverty mindset, being scared. Oh, you know what? I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, but if I say this, what's going to happen? Forget about what's going to happen. If you're true to yourself, truth brings in clarity. Truth brings in clarity. It hurts, yes, truth hurts. But don't lie. Because when you lie, you're forcing the other person to become an ass, and he in turn will look at you like an ass. Are you seeing? This is a very, very wicked cycle. So please stop assuming. Okay? And don't be afraid to go out and say what you've got to say. If you've done a mistake, own up to it. If you can't do something, don't be afraid to say no. Because you already have work, not because you're lazy. Some bosses think, oh, you know what, he's this, I can probably give him more work and he's supposed to handle it. No, he's not supposed to handle it. The reason why he cannot say much, or even if he wants to say something will not be heard, is because of a superiority complex. So now this relationship is assumed. This guy is an idiot, he's not going to listen. And from there, oh, that guy's lazy, he's not going to work. It's very important, for people to break this ideology of assumptions, because assumptions make pretty poor judgments, which incidentally, you don't have the right to judge anyone, at all. But if you're doing that, you're just another ass. Let me move forward in the next one now, which I will right now, the final episode, episode 4.